Welcome back to the Press Box. I'm Brody Heidemann, and today I'm here with Coach Haberman for another week. And Coach Haberman, great first week. You guys showed out in Hastings, and wasn't the best results, but how do you feel about week one?
No, I thought the kids responded to a little bit of adversity really, really well. They came out. We had a bus breakdown before we ever got out of town. We got out there. Kids played really well in the first three quarters. A few mistakes, but nothing that, a big deal. Then we went into a lightning delay. You can't control the weather in Nebraska, so exactly. 2.5 hour drive back to get up early and 2.5 drive back out, and then we played to a 6-6 fourth quarter. So I'm very pleased with how the first week went. Obviously, I would have loved the W, but the way the kids respond to all the adversity, that showed a lot of the character that they have.
Well, so what worked and what didn't? Obviously, you guys had your ups and your downs, but
absolutely,
what would you say was the?
I thought the defense played really well. Being the defensive coordinator, I thought the game plan was right there. We were in the battle. We missed too many tackles, and that's what I talked to the kids about this week. Was simply, they have to get better at the tackling portion of the game. If we go back and when we looked at some of their scores, it was because we just missed the tackle. And the kids responded really hard this week. We practiced it 2 days, and then they looked great this week in practice. So
makes sense. Who stepped up against Hastings? Who was doing good? Anybody that stood out to you, or is it just more of a team thing?
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was a total team thing. Yeah. It truly was. When you have 2 freshman offensive linemen, 3 sophomore offensive linemen going against all seniors and juniors, I was very impressed with the offensive line. The Mason gun ran hard. Mm-hmm. Logan Croft did a nice job back there. But I thought the defense played really well, coming behind great performances from Grayson Fisher and then Frank Thomas. The other guys played well too, but those two really stood out. And it's really crazy to say with Frank only playing defensive line for 3 weeks, he showed out really, really well.
He's a fast one.
He is.
But, how is it? Is there a lot of nerves for a lot of these kids? It's their first game on varsity and also their first game. Some of these kids haven't played. This is their first time playing a football game at this level. So do you say there's some nerves going into week one after this, now kind of settling down after that?
To be real honest with you, I thought they were more nervous for the scrimmage. The first time in front of the home fans, and I had guys, feeling sick in the restroom before the scrimmage was, but I thought we went out there and I thought they were ready to play ball, and I was real proud with how they did play ball.
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to come in here and into our home field and show Gretna what we can do.
How would you say you and the staff worked together? Where week one, was there a lot of obviously it's your first game as a team working together, so would you say it was a lot of learning experience with you and the staff?
It was fun to see my staff, and when the bullets started flying, to see how they all reacted, and they did a tremendous job. And I truly think Sean Blevins is one of the best offensive coordinators, offensive line coaches in the state. I'm blessed to have those guys around me. Chris Kelsey and the defensive staff really worked well with us. The way we all worked together was amazing. There was no errors. There wasn't substitution errors. There weren't any errors when it came to getting on and off the field. So I was very, very pleased.
Yeah. Going into Buena Vista, anything that you guys are working on specifically, anything that's just kind of sticking out?
The things we have to do is we have to establish our running game.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try to do that tonight. We're going to come out and run the football, and then obviously when they give us the opportunity, we're going to throw it too. Yeah. We have tremendous quarterbacks from Logan to Chase Crow and Godfrey and Gibbs, and when they get the opportunity, we're going to throw the ball, and then I have great receivers that will go get it.
There you go.
But we're gonna do what we think's best, and if they take away the run game, then we're going to open up the pass game. If they take away the pass game, we're going to use the run game. They're great coaches over there also, and they prepared their boys well, and we're going to go out there and see what we have.
Any traditions you're looking to bring to the first home game night? Anything you want to bring along with you, maybe from West Side? Anything you want to start up at Gretna East?
The one thing we'll be starting is, I think is real important, is you get to buy in to the school and the fight song. And then after the game, we started at the scrimmage. We did it last week at Hastings. We're going to continue at home. We're going to sing to the fans that came. We're going to sing the fight song. We're going to go over at the end of the game. We'll sing no matter win or lose. And then that'll be something we do here on out as long as I'm the head coach. I think it's important that the kids buy in to what's happening here in their school, in their community, and that's the first portion we have.
And then were there rally towels or something else you wanted to add into the crowd? Any elements like that?
I'll tell you, I have an amazing booster club. I've been around for 20 years, and the booster clubs I've been around have been great, but these are some of the best. And when they got a hold of me and said, hey, Coach, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers colors, and they use this thing called the terrible towel. What would you think about a rally towel? And I said, oh, I love that. That's awesome. So the Boyers got that fired up, and I'm really, really excited to see once they get the rally towels going and then make that ours.
Smart. Any final thoughts on your going into tonight, first home game of the season? Any thoughts on that?
I just want to really take the opportunity to thank this community. Gretna East is a beautiful school. The field facilities we play at here at Gretna High are amazing. The public's been absolutely awesome since I've taken over. We're going to do everything we can to honor the community of Gretna every time we step on the field and play Gretna football.
There we go. Thanks again for coming on today, Coach. Tune in this tonight for Gretna East's first home game against Buena Vista as they will take on their first opponent at home. I'm Brody Heidemann. Thanks for tuning in to Week 2 of the Press Box, and we'll see you tonight.
Let's go, Griff!